Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is all about how to score the best luxury deals. As I'm sure you guys are aware, Black Friday is fast approaching, but it isn't just Black Friday anymore. You know, it used to just be the Friday, and then it was Cyber Monday, and then it was Cyber Week. And now because of lockdown and the pandemic, a lot of retailers are going live even earlier. So it's literally like a whole month of sale shopping, which I know can get a little bit overwhelming. So I thought I would do this video sharing my tips on how to score the best luxury deals, especially if you had one or two things on your wish list. I'm going to be covering how to hopefully maximize your discount and to also score the item that you want. So I hope you guys enjoy this, and let's get started. This video is kindly being sponsored by Shoptagger, who I have worked with many times before now, and they are seriously a game changer when it comes to online sale shopping. If you're not familiar with them, if you didn't catch those videos, then essentially they are an online shopping tool that allows you to be notified when an item goes on sale, and it's useful any time of year, but particularly when we do approach the Black Friday sales period. You know, there are a lot of sales going on, it's difficult to keep track of everything, and this really helps to focus in on the items that you want and get notified as soon as they go on sale. And I really mean like as soon as they go on sale. I remember a few years ago when I was planning our wedding. Weddings are really expensive, as anyone who has ever planned a wedding knows. So I was trying to save money any way I could. I was hoping some items were going to go on sale during Black Friday. I remember saving all the different items, and I got notified that a sale went live before the retailer had actually notified their own subscriber base. Because I'd subscribed for emails, I got the notification from Shoptagger 30 minutes before, so I was able to shop the sale first. I was able to check out and get everything that I wanted at an amazing price, and then half an hour later I got the email from the official store. Seriously, it's so amazing, just the most useful thing when it comes to sale shopping. They do keep adding functionality now as well. So not only do they tell you when an item goes on sale, they also notify you if an item comes back in stock. There is a cashback option with PayPal as well, and possibly my favorite of them all. But if you install the browser extension, it notifies you if there is a discount code applicable to your shopping basket. It is the most useful thing. I have saved so much money this way. I will do a quick tutorial now to show you how everything works. Okay, so this is the Shoptagger website, and you can just log in here. So you can create an account if you don't have one right here. I already do, so I'm just gonna log in. And this is my Shoptagger with all of my saved details, and what I would always definitely recommend is to get the browser extension. That's how I save all of my items, and it's how I find out about the discount codes. And all you have to do is just click get the button right here. That will direct you to the Chrome web store, and you can just click add to Chrome, add extension, and then it will add it to your nav bar. If you can't see it, if you have a few different extensions like I do, you can just click right here, and then it will give you the full list. And then I just like to pin it so that I can see it always right here on my nav bar. That will then enable you to pin items from any store. As you can see, I use mine a fair bit. It is so incredibly useful. And best of all, they are also doing a giveaway at the moment. So all you have to do is download the Chrome extension and the mobile app, save 3 items to your Shoptagger, and you'll automatically be entered into a giveaway to win a $5,000 gift card to a store of your choice. Absolutely amazing giveaway. I know I would definitely pick Nordstrom, but you can pick any retailer you want, and that will be chosen by November 25th. So I'm going to go ahead now and show you how you can save an item. Okay, so I'm going to navigate on my laptop. So I'm going to go to Louise Via Roma, and I'm just going to find something to add to my Shoptagger. So this skirt I think is beautiful. As you can see, it kind of pops up here. So I've already installed the Chrome browser, which sits right here, and it just gives me little notifications. Like if I wanted to shop from Louise Via Roma, I could activate 5% cash back. I'm going to click on the skirt. It is so cute. And I'm going to go ahead and click save product. I can choose the size that I want. I can be notified, and I always pick any price change because I'm happy with any discount. And then I can pick a list. The list is totally optional, but I like to categorize things. So I'm going to go with super luxe pieces. And then I go ahead and save. And the product is saved to my Shoptagger account. I go to my dashboard. and I'll be able to see it right there appearing. These are all the items that I've saved that I want to be notified about. As you see, it's not just fashion either. I have some TVs here because we're looking to buy a new TV during the Black Friday sales. It's the same one. I have it saved from a few different retailers just to make sure that I get notified if there are any price changes. It's just a little bit of everything in here that I just saved along the way. I quickly wanted to show you guys the discount code functionality as well because it is my favorite thing. So I'm on the Selfridges website now and I know they are currently having a sale. So I'm going to navigate to one of their items. This dress is nice and festive. Going to pick a size, add to bag. And then I'm at checkout, and as you can see, a little window pops up with coupons found. So I just click I feel lucky. And it automatically applies it. So as you can see, I have saved £45 with my order. I can just click continue to checkout and it has already applied that discount code for me. It is the best thing. I have used it so many times. It's so great to use and it saves a ton of money. I get notified on pretty much every platform, so the mobile app is fantastic as well. Obviously, here is the Chrome browser. I like to get notified every which way just to make sure that I don't miss any deals. So that is how it works in a nutshell. It is so simple to use and best of all, it is 100% free. There are no fees to sign up or use it. It's just completely free and it's just the best thing if you like sale shopping. So would definitely recommend if you were interested in checking it out. I will go ahead and leave the link in the description section so you can sign up. So my very first tip is be aware of your dates and do not assume that the best deals are going to happen on Black Friday, especially when it comes to luxury sales. They seem to be getting earlier and earlier every year, and I can't actually think of a single luxury retailer that went live with their sale on Black Friday. Last year they either went live on the Thursday, the Wednesday or the Monday, and literally no retailers went live on the Friday with their sales. So definitely keep that in mind if you're holding out for Black Friday. From my personal experience, the best deals don't necessarily happen then, and especially if you wanted something specific, it might sell out by then. So just because it's called Black Friday doesn't mean that the retailers are waiting until Black Friday, and I am seeing a lot of sales go live now. So I'd say if there is something specific that you want and you see it at a good price, I would nab it because there is no guarantee that any sales will go live on the Black Friday, and if they do, that they'll be any better than what you see now. My second tip is in relation to my first one, and that is keep your eyes open for the best deals, and that's starting now. As I mentioned, the sales are going live earlier and earlier, and who knows, next year when hopefully things are back to normal, they may go live later again, but certainly this year they're starting really early. So keep your eyes open and always try and take steps if you did have a specific list of items you wanted to try and score. You know, I always make sure that I have my list of items and I make a mental note of the retailers that I want to shop at. I make sure that I'm always subscribed to their newsletter because that's often the first way I hear about the sales. So definitely subscribe. I also follow my favorite retailers on social media. So regardless of whether you use Instagram or Twitter or Facebook, make sure you're following that retailer if you know that you definitely want to shop their sale. And also even just using tools like Shop Tagger, as I mentioned, sometimes they are quicker than the actual retailer themselves. So all of that helps, especially this year. You know, we have just moved into a house which is still pretty empty. I have a long list of items to buy which will hopefully go on sale, and so I just made sure to have all my bases covered. You know, I have those pages bookmarked, I've saved those items to my Shop Tagger account, I've made sure that I'm subscribed to the retailer's newsletter just so I have the best possible chance of scoring those items at a discount. My next tip is to try and identify the different kinds of sales and whether the item that you want is going to fit into either category. And for me, there are kind of two main types of sales. So there is a clearance type sale, which is just a general discounted sale. Then the other type is a discount code, which is usually available site-wide. There are always exclusions, but usually it is available site-wide. The differences between the two is that usually clearance will be end of season items, and so you're much less likely to find classic items within that clearance sale. There are always exceptions, of course, but generally speaking, the more classic an item is, the less likely you are to see it go into clearance, just because that retailer doesn't need to get rid of it for the next season. So here I'm thinking of a bag like the Saint Laurent Lulu. It's part of Saint Laurent's classic permanent line. You know, they don't need to get rid of stock for the next season because they're still planning on having it around next season. Therefore, it is much less likely to go into clearance. And in the past few years, I have definitely seen a pattern of especially luxury retailers doing clearance sales during Black Friday. So if you did want something a little bit more classic, which you don't think would qualify for a clearance sale, and you do see it included in a discount code, I would definitely say to nab it when you see the discount code rather than hoping it go into clearance during Black Friday, because it's just so much less likely if it is a more classic item. Which brings me to my next point, and that is be realistic about the discounts that you can get. And I always say, and I really believe this, that the vast majority of luxury items, unless you're talking Louis Vuitton and Chanel and those kind of brands, the vast majority you should be able to get at a discount. Even if it's just 10%, usually you will be able to find a discount code for that. So I would say try really hard to not pay full price when you are shopping online. That said, I also think it's important to be realistic about the kind of discount you can expect. As I mentioned, clearance items, they're end of season items, and you do get bags included in that. There are a lot of seasonal bags out there, and they are much more likely to be reduced more heavily. So here you can look up to 40%. You know, that is definitely not an unreasonable discount to expect, especially during Cyber Week. But again, when it comes to really classic items that return year after year, I'd be really happy with a 20% discount. It's very, very rare to find discounts more generous than that, especially when it comes to more classic bags. And here I'm thinking of even Givenchy Antigonas. You know, every now and then you might be able to find, you know, a crazy good deal, but generally speaking, 20 to maybe 25% off is what I'd be looking at. And especially when it comes to things like Saint Laurent Lulus, if you find something at 20%, I think that is a great deal, and I definitely recommend to go for it. My next tip is to be open-minded about where you shop, especially when it comes to international shopping, because there are some amazing deals to be had. I would also definitely recommend getting familiar with your individual country's rules on customs and duties. I know the UK is really strict, and I think it's anything over 35 or 40 pounds, and you do get charged additional taxes. There are a lot of countries though which are a lot more generous. So I believe in the US, if it's under $800, you don't have to pay anything extra. If you live in the US and you think that's wrong, let me know down below in the comment section. But from what I can tell, I think that's correct. And that is an amazing deal. So definitely worth double checking that. But again, there are so many great deals to be had. Less so for the UK, just because luxury shopping is so much cheaper here anyway. So I do hear a lot of complaints that we don't get as many good deals, but you do have to keep in mind that luxury goods in general are so much cheaper in the UK and Europe. In the US, they're a lot more expensive. You have additional taxes. It's just a lot pricier there, which is why they do get more generous discounts. If you do live in the US and even other countries as well, it is definitely worth checking out retailers based in either the UK or Europe, because often they do work out a lot cheaper, even with those additional customs and duties. So 100% worth it. I know it can be a little bit daunting, but as long as you're familiar with the rules, a lot of retailers also calculate all extra customs and duties at checkout. So there are no nasty surprises upon delivery. A lot of retailers are really making a push into kind of international shopping. So they do try and make it as easy for you as possible, and it is a great way to save a lot of money. And linked to that last point is, because self shopping can be a little bit stressful at times, you know, if you are trying to grab something really quickly, if you see something that you want, you know it's an in-demand item, so it can sell out really quickly, I would definitely recommend taking the time before, knowing the prices beforehand, so you can do a direct comparison. And this is particularly applicable if you are shopping from international stores. Often you do have to go to checkout to see the final price, and so if you already have in your mind that, for example, a Saint Laurent bag that costs £1,500, you don't need to double check that to see if you're getting the best deal. If you go to a checkout of an international store and it tells you that you can get it for £1,200, including all customs and taxes, that's a really easy, quick decision. So I would always say just be prepared, know what brands you want to look at, know what stores you want to look at, and it's going to make the wholesale process a lot smoother and easier to navigate. And my final tip is to try and be strategic about your sale shopping, because you can get the best deal in the world at the best price possible, but if it's not quite what you wanted, if it's a different color and not quite the size that you wanted and you're just not quite sure about it, it's probably not going to end up being very good value for money. And especially when it comes to luxury goods, you know, even on sale, these are massive purchases. They're very, very expensive. So I would always say to try and have it very clear in your mind what you want and what you're willing to compromise on. It may be that you're open to several sizes, in which case that's a great way to go into the sale period. But if there is something very specific that you want, I would definitely recommend having a clear idea of what that is in your head, just so that you're not swayed by any deals which aren't quite the right color or the right size or the right style, because that is a surefire way to make a sale purchase which doesn't work out in the long run. So definitely that is 100% I would recommend doing. From years of sale shopping, I have learned to try and have a very clear idea of what it is that I want, especially when it comes to those big purchases. And that can be, you know, a piece of furniture, it can be a handbag, a coat, whatever it is. As long as you have a clear idea of what you want and also what you're willing to compromise on, you'll be much less likely to be swayed by a good deal that might not be quite right for you. So that is it for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it and you found it useful. If you have any questions for me, if I didn't cover anything that you wanted to know, let me know in the comment section below. As promised, I will leave the link for Shop Tagger in the description section if you did want to check it out. And as always, thank you so much for watching. I will see you in my next one. Bye, guys.